So I pulled Varesa yesterday as of right now, and ooh, she is not, I haven't done anything with her yet. So I figured let's make a video building her. I plan on running her with the Wizith in terms of weapons. Wizith, it's what I have that fits her best. I don't particularly have anything else that would be good for her, like maybe a Fav Codex. So I'm running her Wizith. I have it R3 just because I could R5 it, but I'm gonna save these just in case I need them. So I have this R3 right now. We'll level that a little bit. We will level, and then I plan on putting her on Obsidian Codex. Right now, she's just on things that I stole from people and stuff I just had. So they're not incredibly good. We're definitely doing some farming. Yeah, we're definitely doing some farming for Obsidian Codex. I definitely need some more pieces, but we'll probably do that last because that's least important. And then obviously talents are also kind of necessary. This is going to take a couple days, so this video is not going to be out for like a week from recording this. I'm recording this Monday when the polling video just went out. This video is not going to be out until probably next week, but that just gives me time to do it. So I have her level 60 right now, just because I had enough to get her here from doing her story quest. So we just need 20 more to get her to 80, which is where I would, where I'm okay at stopping. I would like to 90 her at some point. I think it should be fun, but I have other people to worry about because I also want to level Iansan this video because Iansan good. So we will also be focusing on Iansan. Right now, I also have her on just this kind of mismatched set that I had. Nothing crazy good, but also nothing crazy bad. It is 5-piece, so obviously there are options, and I just haven't looked through everything yet. She is C3, and talents obviously need to happen. Probably, I think burst is probably most important. We will work on that, and then Chavrus I'm doing during weekly recap, so you'll probably see that before you see this. But just if you want to look now, she's level 80. I just got her there. Black Tassel is a thing that is going to happen. She's going to be on Noblesse, and I'm probably going to farm some Noblesse during weekly recap. She is C6, so. And talents don't particularly matter, but I plan on leveling both of these to at least 6, and then maybe one higher. But she probably needs Arlecchino, and I haven't done that yet. So we're just going to, get started. I plan on using 17 fragile resin, which comes out to about just over 1,000 resin. 17 is just over 1,000. I will use a little bit more if I need to. I'm not upset about that. Like, I've had 60 resin in my back pocket for months. Ever since I started making these videos, I've had resin in my inventory, so I'm not at all opposed to using more of it, right? You can always get more. We're going to start with her boss because her boss is going to be easiest, and obviously I can't use this team to fight her boss because the team's not done. Nothing works. So we're just gonna, by the time you see this, it'll probably be a week later than when I started recording, so that's awesome. Okay, let us level her right now. I don't know. I'm probably gonna need to craft some of those. Okay, let's actually go to a crafting area. Hold on. So these, I need another 6. Perfect. Okay, now we go Varesa and ascend. Boom. 80. There we go. And Varesa is now 80. I can't even level her to 90 even if I wanted to. I don't have enough of these. I already collected them recently, and I could obviously get these. But I don't want to spend more resin on her materials. But she is now 80, so that's good. Another thing here. Okay, now that we've done Varesa, we're going to move on to Iansan to level Iansan up. Now, Iansan is going to be more interesting because I don't know if I have enough. I probably have enough of these and these. Okay, we should realistically be good. I will just need to... Yeah, I need to fight the Papilla. I have not actually fought this thing since it came out, so... Hopefully this isn't too bad. I have fought the smaller versions of this guy, and hopefully it's a little bit or as easy, but I guess we'll see. Why did your bullet die? Honestly, I spent more resin than I thought I would on boss drops. I didn't think I would spend that many. All right, we finished Jansson's boss. Now it's time to level her as well. I'm over here just in case I need to craft things. Iansan is over here. I even though realistically to get her burst, like to get her buff maxed out, you want to level her burst, but you know, to level her burst, you need to ascend her anyway. So I'm just gonna get her up there, you know, make it easier on myself. So we have 27 of these and probably perfect 70, and I probably need to craft. Yep, I need to craft 6 more purple crystals. And boom. 80 eons on as well. Boom. All right, that's very good. That is very, very good. They're all level, at least the entire team is now level 80. We're gonna level Yanson's talents now because her domain for talents is open on Monday. So if I need anything, I can go get it from there. If not, I'm just gonna craft as much as I have because this is contention, and I believe Varesa is different. Yeah, Varesa is conflict, but we're gonna take Eonson's burst up as high as we can because you know burst is good. Okay, 2 more green drops. This is why I'm over here, so I can very easily craft this. All right, level 6 burst. Yeah, and then she. Oh man, she takes this. I'm gonna have to unlock that challenge, I guess. Well, that's her up there. I guess I could take this. I'll take this up a little bit. Okay, 1 level. It'll be level 5. Yeah, that's her stuff done. What is her weapon? When is her weapon actually? Let's say I can ascend this some though. I can do that right now. Yeah, we'll ascend her weapon as much as we can. Okay, how many of these can I craft? 2 blue shackles. I do have her on Favlance because I feel like it'd just be better than it'll just be better than the event weapon we got, I think, just overall. And for the team, you know. 50, and then if I can make 6. No, I can only make 3. Okay. And then her weapon is 50 now, which is good. So her talents are as high as they can get without doing the knave. Her weapon is as high as it can get. And we can quickly level or ascend Varesa's weapon because I can make some of her stuff. Mona, give me a thing. Oh, no, okay. Boom and boom. Perfect. All right, now we can ascend Varesa's weapon to 80. If I go here, yep, perfect. Boom. And that's just a good thing, right? So I probably don't actually need to farm for her weapon very much. I think it'd be better to spend that resin elsewhere because level 80 is probably good right now. You know, maybe I'll take it up at some point later, but I think level 80 is going to be good. Actually, what's the 62 and 173? That's not too bad. Could do with a little more crit rate. I would like a little more crit rate, but it's fine. We get 40 from here, 40 from, you know, Obsidian Codex, so it's not that bad. And all of her stuff needs to be leveled too, so it's not that bad. Man, a lot of her stuff has damage substats. I didn't even realize. I have a bunch of resin left over from spending what I spent today, and I'm gonna spend it on some artifacts. We're gonna do. So I think we'll do 6 runs. So we'll also do another one after this. Where is my artifact domain? Here we go. I do have a team in here that I like to use called Burn Heretic. Actually, we can try out, you know, since they're kind of leveled, even though like talents aren't leveled very much. We're gonna try out our this team. We're gonna just see how good this is. I don't know if it's gonna be that good. No weapons are leveled, artifacts aren't leveled, the stuff isn't ready, but why the hell not, you know?
Burn it down! Faster! Stronger! Start the light up the blazing sun! Hands where I can see them! Stop right there! Charge! Final warning! Quick as a flash! On my mark! Light it up! Pyroclastic surge!
Okay, honestly, well, obviously it's not like a good test because they do die if they get overloaded with pyro, which is very likely to happen with this team. But you know, it's honestly not too bad. Let's see, honestly not a bad feather and a death sand. That's great. All right, here we go. Yeah, I might be spamming E a little bit too much on Varesa, so it's messing up because I do think I'm actually using 2 of her charges, her 2 charges on accident instead of with how much I'm pressing it. I think I need to cool off with it. Oh, 3 pieces. Death percent. Not a bad feather. Crit damage? Dang it. I need a crit damage circlet. I think after this, I'm going to actually try like an actual test. So, you know.
Burn it down. Quick as a flash. Start the pyroclastic surge. Stop right there. Headbutt. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Ow, ow, ow. You asked for it. Rise with the sun. Controlled breathing. Yeah.
It's honestly not that bad. Like, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's really fun to press a bunch of buttons. Like, you really have to focus to press presses. Do Bressa correctly, because otherwise she, you know, it messes up. Elemental, you know what, is EM, I'll take it. Nope, and no. No! She died. That's hilarious. She's barely not getting her ER, her burst back every rotation, and I think it's probably because, oh my god, it's probably because her stick's not leveled up. I think that's like the only, and her artifacts aren't amazing. I think that's one of the reasons. How much? Yeah, she only has 14,000 HP. This team is it's very button heavy. You need to know what to press, when to press it, and I don't have that practice yet. It's very hard to get going correctly. Double crit, sure. ER, that might roll something, so sure. I'm really hoping to get a crit damage circlet on Obsidian or a better Electro Goblet. Yeah, I do think once I get Iansan's stick up leveled up and get more ER on her, I think she'll be way better. Because she's like barely not getting her. She's getting really close to getting her burst back every rotation. And I do think that getting dang it, the healing bonus. Okay, we're done with that. But I do think getting her stick up, because I think she's barely not getting enough ER. She's at 145. And of course, artifacts also need to get up. I have her on some ER pieces already. Like a lot of these pieces have ER already. This isn't rolling the ER? No, it didn't. A lot of these pieces have some ER already. Her thing obviously could be a little bit better. Her goblet is probably going to be my off piece. Get an off piece attack goblet going, as long as I can get a good crit rate circlet for Fav. So yeah, I don't think this team does too bad. Let's take this to an actual test though. Now that I've done artifacts, I'm not going to go through artifacts until I'm ready to put them on. I don't think that that's how I would like to do it. I think I'm going to wait until I get them on a good place otherwise to get artifacts on them. Now let's go test. I'm going to test on this guy. Usually when I test stuff like my abilities, I go to one of the flowers. It's just what I like to test on. But I don't want to do that here. I like to use this guy nowadays because he's just fat. He's very easy to dodge. I do think I'm going to grab a burst though.
Let's ride. Try and stop. Quick as a flash.
Never mind. We're just going to do this.
Justice will prevail. Headbutt. Hi. Yeah. It's justice o'clock. Pyroclastic surge. Faster. Stronger. Let's move. Final warning. Oof. Kapow! Hero incoming! Hero incoming! Yeah!
Yeah, honestly, Varesa's not doing the most damage on this team. Oh.
Start the clock! Let's ride! Light of the blazing sun! You asked for it! Stop right there!
I do think Malvika's doing more damage than Varesa is. There we go. That's not too bad. I didn't see any numbers because I was too focused on playing the game. So I think we'll do it again because I was too focused on watching what was happening. Like, obviously, I would like to focus on what Varesa hits over what Malvika hits. Because, you know, Malvika, I know Malvika's good. Malvika's on Codex right now because I have Iansan on Scroll. So, like, Malvika is going to be doing damage.
Controlled breathing. Light it up. On my mark. Let's ride. Pyroclastic surge.
All right, let's see.
Ow! Hey! Yeah!
33,000. That's honestly not too bad.
Burn it down. Faster, stronger. Let's move. Justice will prevail. Yeah. Hero incoming.
40,000? I saw 40.
Hero incoming! Yeah!
Honestly, 40,000 when like no talents are leveled on most of these characters. Like Chevreuse. I know Chevreuse' talents don't particularly matter for her buff, but I still want to like level her stuff up. And then like Iansan's barely leveled. Well, she's level 6, but Varesa has 0. Her stats are just not leveled at all. So I do think it's pretty cool that she is still hitting 40k. And obviously this team is very good. Like this is just a good team setup.
Start the clock!
Especially Mabuika.
From the sky!
Now Mabuika just hit over 100k right there. But like still, I think Varesa is doing really good. Maybe I should try a version without Mabuika. Like if I just get like Zhongling's burst back and I try a version without Mabuika and just see how it compares. So let me quickly put Zhongling on here and try to. I'm gonna build Zhongling's burst real quick. Here we go. Zhongling burst is built. I'm not worried about Yansan's burst because she has enough ER, I think, that she'll get it back while fighting. I do just want to see how this compares because Zhongling by default is just going to be worse than Mabuika because I mean it's Mabuika. Are you kidding me? So we're gonna throw out. We probably want to just kind of like do this.
Step aside. On my mark. Hands where I can see 'em. Fight. Headbutt. Kapow! It's justice o'clock. Boost. Kapow! Hero incoming. Yeah!
Still not too bad. It's still pretty.
It's justice o'clock. Yeah! Out of the frying pan. Controlled breathing. Yeah. Start the clock.
Like it definitely is worse though.
You asked for it. Headbutt. It's justice o'clock. Yeah!
I mean, but it's still like not too bad. Oh, it's honestly not that bad. Like I do think Zhongling's energy requirements are what scuffs it up a little bit. I don't think the ER is high enough on everybody else that Zhongling can consistently get her burst back, and her burst is what the fuck? Her burst is level 4. Wow. But I do think Zhongling's ER requirements are a little bit high for this team. Maybe if I had a second Fav Lance, maybe if I put Zhongling on Fav 2, it might be good enough. But I mean, Zhongling has more ER than Iansan does. But I think I'm switching between characters so much that Zhongling just isn't getting her burst back. So I think Mabuika, based on that fact alone, is just kind of better because you don't have to worry about getting energy from Mabuika, and it just makes the game, and it just makes it easier, right? Honestly, it's not too bad for Zhongling to like beat still kind of similar. Like it's not crazy similar, but it's still kind of similar, and that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Right now, I'm going to stick to Mabuika, but like if I get a second Fav Lance, I kind of want to try leveling it and sticking Zhongling on it and see if that can
for battle.
and see if that can get the stuff back up. So it is now Wednesday, which means rest of talents can be farmed. Even though I have like a ton of, I do have the ability to level it some because I have just a bunch of these. I figured I'd wait until today, make sure I can level it as much as I can. So we're taking this up. And I didn't expect these to be the problem. Okay. Off to crafting, I guess. I honestly don't think I really need to farm her talents because I just don't think I'll have the weekly boss materials to level them up very high. Obviously, her normal attack is the most important. Yeah, see? Oh, I have 2 of them. Cool. And I guess I need 4 blue fangs. I think I used them somewhere. Where did I use them, actually? Honestly, fangs might be a bit of a problem because I do need to level her burst a little bit, too. Honestly, let's do this first. Yeah, I'm just gonna need to make a bunch of blue fang or green fang. The reason you want to level her burst is because she has her short burst. Okay, if I make 4 more, I can get these both to 7. So let me get this up, or I could get this to 8. I think getting her normal attack to 8 would honestly be better. Here we go, and boom, nice. Level 8 normal attack. So now we should be doing way more damage. And I just finished recording weekly caps. So she now has this. It does get her to 28,000 health, which is 12k shy of what we want, but it is level 90, so it's as high as it can go. R5, so it's like I can't really go much higher than this. Now let's go do some of this real quick. Get some Iansan weapon materials. This is my first time going under 60 fragile resin in so long, but I figure getting a whole second team set up is probably gonna be worth it. And I still plan on farming some artifacts. I'm probably gonna spend like another 10 fragiles on artifacts.
Let's pyroclastic surge.
Here we go. Oh wow, 100k for Mavlika right there. That is the funny thing, is that Mavlika is honestly probably more of a main DPS than Varesa is on this team. It's just Varesa's on field for longer. I could refrain from bursting on her, and I might, just to see, just so I can see Mavlika or Varesa's damage more. I might just, when I'm testing her and everything, I might refrain from 55,000. Wow, that instantly added like 10,000 damage on the Varesa from just leveling her talents up a little bit. Do it. But I do think in the long run, maybe farming Varesa's plunge set is probably going to be a little bit more, might make it so I do a little bit more damage. Like just overall, if I can get good pieces on it. But I do think that it's more efficient to farm Obsidian Codex, especially because it makes it so I don't have to build crit. I think probably a little bit better to just use Obsidian Codex if you don't want to, you know, if you're at the point in the game that I'm at. Okay, let's go see if we can level this damn weapon up a little bit. I don't plan on taking this one to 90. I know I probably should, but I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like farming any extras, so we're just gonna take it to however high we can and go from there. Nice. Can I craft these? I can craft one of those, and yes, I can. Okay, we'll take it up to 80. All right, and then I should be able to just come in here and ascend this again. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Level 85 lance, which is really good. That like Iansan has been barely having not enough ER to consistently get her burst back every rotation. So I do think getting this little bit more ER is probably going to fix that problem, maybe. So I'm pretty sure Mavlika is good on artifacts, honestly. Like her artifacts are pretty leveled, and like they're not amazing, but they are leveled. And definitely I need crit damage circlets on set. Really, that's what I need. Her artifacts are terrible, but some of them aren't leveled, so they could probably be made better. I did just get this, which said double crit, but I think having ER is probably a better choice. So we're gonna spend a couple fragile resin. I do think we're gonna just get some artifacts, see what's up. I'm pretty much have done what I can to get characters to where they need to be. Like Iansan and her weapon are up there. Malvika's been fine. Chevrus and her weapon are up there, and then you know Varesa and her weapon are up there, and talents are up as high as they like need to be. I don't particularly need this. I really should. I should level this as a little bit as I can, but I'm not too worried about that right now. And then her talents are as high as I can go at the moment. So yeah, so we're just gonna spend some resin. I have spent 8 fragile resin, which is 12 condensed, and we're just gonna spend it in the domain here, the Obsidian Codex domain. I'm looking for better codex pieces, really. I don't really think I need better anything else. I need crit damage circlets that are good. That is what I need.
You asked for it.
So we're just gonna hope to get some stuff. I can't see. There we go.
Too strong. Controlled breathing. Stay out of my way.
Yeah, it definitely helps to get her weapon up there because she had her burst back. I'm gonna have to relearn the rotation if she can consistently get her burst back after I use it. I do think Eing on her is still a good thing. Def percent, HP percent. You know, HP percent is probably good for somebody. I can't particularly afford to be picky. I'm doing so much more damage. Oh, I'm just killing them faster. This team is so much fun to play. I do think I'm gonna. Ooh, holy! Just crit damage, just EM, and an attack percent chance with crit damage. I'll take that. I do think the strategy though that I'm gonna try like when I'm testing her. Okay. That's not really my fault. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. So Iansan's dead. EM, no. HP percent with crit rate, sure. Def percent, I'll take it because I think like DPS Kachina piece right there.
I
Okay, I
overtrained.
just got sniped by a
And
rock. I did not even know that they had that
underperformed.
move. Crit rate EM, sure. HP percent circlet, okay. You know, I realized that me losing versus 50-50 was 2 in a row because I lost Farina's 50-50, but then I immediately got an extendable, so crit rate circlet. Yeah. All right. I need to go heal Eonson to get more condensed resin. Like, yeah, I've lost 2 50-50s in a row now, which hasn't happened in a while. So when I first came back to this game, which was right when 5.0 came out, the first video I have on this channel that is Genshin was during 5.0's release because I literally looked for it. Like I went back and watched the recording of that to see if I could figure out when it was. And the way I realized is I had Tainari and I only got Tainari. I chose Tainari through the, you know, the choosing thing, the free 5-star selector for the anniversary. I chose Tainari and so that's how I knew that 5.0 had at least been out. And I didn't even know that. I thought that I had gotten that out before 5.0 release because I came back to this game before 5.0 came out. Like I didn't think that I had been. I thought I'd recorded that beforehand, but I guess I didn't. I do think Eons was taking a little bit too much damage. I did try. I said this once. I off camera. I did try a different version of this team with Farina and Bennett, and I think Mavwika was still on there. Man, I tried a different version of this team with Farina and Bennett instead of Eonsan and Chivers to just see how it would be, and it wasn't as good. I didn't like it as much. I do think it's a little weird because their reactions were a little bad, but like I didn't like it as much. Like Bennett made it a circle impact thing, and that's just not as good. Eonson is definitely far better than Bennett in that aspect. Um I much prefer having like man, I never realized how annoying circle impact is with Bennett, especially with somebody like this who moves around a lot. It is crazy how bad it is to play this team or play Varesa with Bennett. It's so hard to stay in the freaking circle. But I assume anybody who got Varesa got Eonson at least once. So, you know, I think that that's not really a big problem because you can just build Eonson. I did realize that since I want to build Aurora on too, like I'm gonna be running out of books really soon. I only have like 300 left. Like, and that was from down from 1,000. So yeah, I'll probably need to farm books. I'm running low on Mora again. I only have like 8 million or 9 million, which is bad. HP percent Saiyans, attack percent Saiyans, ER Saiyans with double crit. That is good. I like that. I've gotten like 0 circlets though. I do think 90ing Chivers at least is probably gonna be a good idea because more HP is better than not having more HP. Oh, that's money. I don't need to look at that. EMER. You know what? Sure, that's probably somebody. EM with great damage and ER. That's really good. I do wonder how technologically advanced Snezhnaya is. I'm assuming Snezhnaya is meant to be like Russia. So I assume they might be like similar to Fontaine in technology. But I don't know. I hope they're at least like more than, you know, I hope they're around Fontaine. I think Fontaine was a really good, really nice difference. Up until then, it had been pretty
Justice
uh,
o'clock.
feudal stuff.
Yeah.
So I think Shoshana should be up there too. Also, considering how like advanced the Fatui's technology seems to be, it'd make more sense if Shoshana was more advanced than other places. Hydro damage with double crit. Holy shit! I don't know if Nuvolet has an off piece or not. That might be something. Final one. See if we get a freaking crit damage circlet, please. I need one. Man, I got like no circlets on set. That sucks. That genuinely sucks. I could go for a little bit longer, but I don't want to waste resin. I don't want to waste that much resin, so I think we'll just take a look at him. I think we're just gonna look at Varesa first, just because you know it's Varesa. So crit rate ER, crit damage and attack, only ER. So that has immediately 4 lines, so this already looks better. It does have crit rate, which we don't really need, but let's see what this rolls as its second or its fourth stat. Maybe it's a better stat. It's crit rate. Double crit? Okay. It's getting locked. That's double crit versus crit rate and ER. So let's see what does this roll into crit rate or ER. If it doesn't, I'm drop attack. Okay. Then I want to focus on this one. Because this could only roll into attack, flat attack. Attack percent. That's good. I'll take it. Crit rate. Okay. That's the one I don't need as much, but it's still pretty good. All right. Crit damage. Another attack roll. Okay. And this sucks. All right. Let's see. Crit rate. Okay. 11 crit rate and 13 attack. That is immediately better. I think that is better. So this is crit rate and ER. And we got one with crit rate and ER. Or this is crit damage in ER. And we got one with crit rate and ER. I think the crit damage one is probably going to be better overall because I don't need as much crit rate just in general. HP, flat HP. Then what is this one? If this one rolls crit damage, that'd be good. Yeah. Okay. I do think I'd rather level the crit damage ER one just because I think I need crit damage more than I need crit rate. And ER is always going to be useful for damage. Perfect. Okay. That's immediately better than, you know, death percent. That's not really good, but we're going to keep going because we got the crit damage roll. Flat HP. Okay. Well, we'll leave that there and keep using it. Sands. We had an attack sands, which are these two. This one has crit damage and ER, and this one has nothing, so we're not even gonna bother with that one. This one has crit damage if we get crit rate or if we get ER on it. Death percent. Okay, I do think this one is probably better, just because it's got crit ER. Like it didn't roll anything, but I still think that okay, it still isn't rolling anything. Okay, we got an ER. We got 2 ER rolls. Okay, I think that's probably good then. That's probably better than what we need. This is my best Electro Goblet. At least on, like, if we just look at Electro Goblets, the only other one I have is this one. Let's see. This one has ER, crit damage, attack. ER, crit damage, attack, and energy recharge. This might have something. No. Okay. ER, crit damage. ER crit damage. What does this roll? If this rolls rate, this would probably be better. Flat attack or attack percent. It's the same. Let me get this to plus. Let me get this gladiators to plus 12 to compare them better. Crit damage roll. Okay, and then we're out of that. Let me just use some of these. An ER. Okay, let's compare. 11 ER to 4.5. 14 crit damage to 7. And a little bit less attack. I do think this gladiator is probably better. It's probably just better overall. So let's take this up some more. Why is this up here? Oh, that's because it's leveled. Oh yeah, I don't need that. HP. Okay, no, I don't really need these. I don't want to use instructors because instructors is useful. Another crit damage. Yeah, I think that is probably better. And then we have this crit damage circlet, which sucks. And it has to be onset. Any other crit damage circlets? No. This one, which has no substats. This one, which has 1. And this one, which has 1. So I think we're just going to leave this where it is because I don't really need that. So that's for Varesa. Just take a look. 30 crit rate, but that's really 70. 20 crit damage, which is 200 crit damage, which is really good. And then 132 ER, which is honestly probably more than she needs. At 19,000 HP, so she will die less. Now, Chevreuse is probably going to be easy because I have like no artifacts in this category. That's got, yeah, we're probably just going to level this one because it's got the pieces it's got the stats that we want. Let me just bang HP. That's good. Gonna throw a bunch of these in. Def, that's not very good. But considering how little I have of these, it's probably better to just level. ER is good. I think we're gonna take this to plus 16 and just see what it gets. There you go. Def. Okay, that's not a very good artifact. One roll in every slot is whatever. This feather is probably better than this one. This one's just got crit rate, and this one has HP and crit damage. So hopefully this rolls better. I do think taking these to what the hell is this? Oh, right, that's that piece. Never mind. I do think taking this up to like plus 12 is probably gonna be where I stop because I don't have very many. Yeah, I'm already kind of out of stuff. So attack roll, okay. I mean HP roll. Yes. Okay, that's honestly probably good. That one's already leveled up. I think that's fine. That one's already leveled up. It's the best HP goblet that I have. Unless I have an on-set ER sands. No. I'm using an ER sands just for more ER. Like, I think ER is probably more important. This HP has crit rate ER, and this has double crit. I honestly think the ER is probably more valuable. So I think we're just going to leave those how it is. So she is at 2467, but these don't matter. 165 ER. I don't really know ballpark what you want. That might be fine. And then she's at 33,000 HP. I do think getting more HP rolls on stuff is probably going to be a little bit better. So like leveling up the goblet all the way, getting a better goblet, getting stuff with HP substats is probably going to be the way to go, but I'm just not there yet. Mavlika is honestly probably fine. I don't think I really want to change anything on Mavlika because Mavlika seems she's in a good spot. And then Iansan is important. Iansan, this feather flower, crazy. I'm not changing this. I don't care if there's technically probably one better for support. This one has 20 crit damage. I am not taking that off. Flower or feather. This one's got 3 lines that she wants. So we're just gonna roll with this. No matter what this rolls, I'm probably just gonna keep using this. HP, flat HP. That's honestly, it could be worse. No, it can't. I mean, it could be defense, but I don't really need defense. Of course, a flat HP roll. You love to see it. I love this game. And an ER roll. That's good. More ER is always better. This is already leveled. This is an attack sands. I did roll this. I think I took this from Gaming. Yeah, I just swapped this off Gaming. Gaming used to be holding this. I don't know why. But this has ER on it. So I leveled that a little bit. And now I said that. This goblet has crit damage and ER. And it's an attack goblet. And I think it's the best goblet I could probably have. So let's see what is our third thing. Crit rate? Flat attack. Okay. HP. Okay, great. One of the things I didn't need. All right. Oh, I didn't do. My bad. Energy recharge. That's honestly not that bad. And then this circlet is probably. Oh, she probably wants attack, doesn't she? Yeah. I don't. No, I have a crit rate for a reason. Yeah, I have a crit rate because she's on Fav. So having more crit is probably better. Let's see how much crit. That's 21 crit rate. So how much would she be at? Yeah, she'd only be at like 13 or 12 without it. So I think leaving the crit rate circle on her is probably better because she's using this weapon. So getting the crit buff because she's on field for so little time. I think that having that extra crit from the circlet is probably going to be that little bit better. Look, sadly, I don't have a better crit rate circlet, but it doesn't particularly matter. I think we're gonna take this up to 16 actually, just to see. Skip all the instructors pieces. I don't want to waste them. I think we'll just take this up to 18 or 16 to see what it's gonna be. An attack roll. Okay, that's good. Use more attack. Yeah, so I think we'll leave the crit. So that's artifacts. I think the artifacts are in a pretty solid spot. Obviously, there's room for improvement, but I honestly didn't farm for that long. It's just stuff they could be leveled some more, but I don't want to waste all my money and everything. And now I'm down to 7 million, which is one of the lowest numbers I've seen so far. Okay, we're moving on to the testing phase. I think this is as good as they can get with how much resin I've spent. I went from 77 down to 50. I think that's 27, right? 1,600 resin was spent on this team, which is, fine. Oh, not even including Traverse. Not even including Shavrus, who's been 3 days of normal resin, so another 600. So like it's more like 2200 resin on this team. Because Shavrus has been leveled during weekly recap. We're gonna go testing. I think the first place we're gonna test is right here with this guy who we normally tested before. We normally test on him before. We're gonna test in a couple spots though, and then I want to go to Abyss to see what I can do. Although I will say Abyss first half is gonna suck because like my team just sucks on Abyss first half. This is a second half, like, and I'm talking 412, man. Yeah, we're going 412.
Rise with the sun. Let's ride. Pyroclastic surge. Hands where I can see them.
All right, let's see.
It's justice o'clock.
100k, 87,000,
It's justice o'clock.
64,000. Man,
Burn it down. Controlled breathing. Start the. Let's ride. Wrath from the sky. Stop right there.
that's honestly not that bad. Like I saw 100,000 from Varesa there. I saw 100k. I did. I saw 100k. We're gonna do it again. I want to see. I want to do this without Malvika bursting. I keep forgetting that I don't want to burst on Malvika. Like I will be bursting like in normal gameplay whenever I'm playing this team, but like for testing purposes, I don't want the speed of the kill to be overshadowed by Malvika hitting 100k burst for no reason in the middle of nowhere. I think that that'd be a little disingenuous.
Quick as a flash. Let's ride. Boom. On my move. Justice will prevent. Headbutt. It's justice o'clock.
At 59,
Pow. Hi.
73, 51. That's honestly not that bad.
Let's ride. Start the clock. Final warning. Hi.
66,
Charge.
70. Okay, I think I saw 70,000. Like it's consistently up there. The crit rate, I think the crit rate could be a little bit higher. Right now it's only about 70 with Obsidian Codex proc. With Obsidian Codex extra 40, it's only about 70. I think if I can get that up another 10% or like just about, I would probably see it's like basically exactly 30. I think if I could get this up another 10% without losing crit damage, it would be fine. Basically, if I got another crit damage circlet that had crit rate substat, I think I'd be up there. And if it obviously rolled crit rate. But like if I got a better circlet, I think I'd be up there. I think that'd be instantly just better.
Control breathing. Let's light it up.
All right, one more of
Hands
this.
where I can see 'em. Stop right there. Oof.
44, 93.
Light up the blazing sun! Try and stop me! Coach will take it from here. On my mark! You asked for it!
48, 100k, 85. Oh my god. this team is really good. Like I truly think even without Malvika, I feel like this team would be fine. Like I do think this team would be a little bit worse just because Malvika does so much damage. Even if she doesn't burst, like Malvika does crazy damage. But I think honestly, let's try swapping out Malvika and try this one more time. I realized I said I wasn't gonna. That was gonna be the last time, but I want to try without Malvika. Like, what if I put a different? I don't really have any other off-field pyro characters that are as good because the problem with like Zhongling is that Zhongling needs so much energy that it's a bit of a problem. So hopefully it's not too bad. But I do want to try just with Zhongling. I do probably need to build burst though. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna go hit it a couple times and just build burst on everybody's, and then I'm gonna reset. Malvika is probably just better in general, but I do want to try this. I want to try throwing this out.
Start the this! Justice will prevent. Final warning! Headbutt! Ow, ow, ow! Hero incoming! Yeah!
68.
It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Silva, get them! On my mark! Hi!
70, 56. Like, that's still pretty damn good. It's not all that much different. The only problem, yeah, you can see her burst was just barely not back. I think if Xiangling was built, like, had it a little bit more ER, like, probably around the 200 range for consistency's sake, because she's only at, like, 180. Yeah, she's 180. I think if you, like, got it, like, 10, 15% more, it's like 195 to 200, I think she'd honestly fit perfectly fine. The Malvika version is just better because Malvika is just better. We're going to completely ignore how bad I do on first half because nobody cares. I'm probably just going to chop the first half out. It's going to be a pain in the ass to get through. So hopefully you don't care. But I do want to just test it against the bird, basically. Like this side, I want to test it over here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it this far because I don't actually, I didn't make it this far earlier. So I don't know if I'm going to actually, make it. So we're going to actually bring Kazuha and these two, and then our good old team here. We're going to do this and we're going to see how good this goes. I hope first half is like doable. Okay. That was not very good. I think I'm under 8 minutes. Okay, but let's see how good this goes.
Care for a dance? Dance with me! The show's only just begun. Not done yet. The curtain. Justice o'clock. Step aside. Full speed ahead. Oh, stop right there. Pyroclastic surge. Heads up. Smash down. Justice o'clock. Light it up.
Okay, I like how I switched characters and it didn't.
You asked for it. Yeah, look out below. Arrow incoming. Light of the blazing sun. Controlled breathing.
Okay, 2 stars. Honestly, not horrible. My first half sucked though. I just kept getting hit and hit and hit. Like, first half was horrible. I think if I shorten first half down, it's probably fine. My first half was horrible. Like, this team, my first half just sucks in general. But second half went by real fast. Okay, I have over 8 minutes to do this. I have about 8 minutes 20 seconds to do this side.
Care for a dance? Dance with me! The show's only just begun. Not done yet. The curtain. Quick as a flash. On light, drop your weapons. Light of the blazing sun. Yeah, kapow! Headbutt. Justice o'clock. Yeah. Rise with the sun. Stronger. Start the clock. Justice will prevail. No pyroclastic surge. Look out below. Right. Yeah. Justice o'clock. Quick as a flash. Final warning. Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, 3 stars straight from 1. Okay, obviously there's the plunge buff. There's the plunging buff on second half. That is obviously there. But like it's still crazy. Oh my god, okay. All right, unless I can beat this boss in like 30 seconds, we're not 3-starring this. I think I just don't think my team is right for the first half.
Burn it down. Faster, stronger. On my breath from the sky. Hands where I can see them. Stop right there. Look out below. Charge. Hero incoming. Headbutt. It's justice o'clock. Rise with the sun. Start the.
All right, yeah, no, this isn't happening. I've never fought this thing before, so I don't know what the hell it is.
It's justice o'clock. It's justice o'clock. Burn it down. Quick as a flash. Light of the blazing sun. You asked for it. Drop your weapon. Hero incoming. Yeah. Yeah. Kapow. Hi. Yeah. Rise with the sun. Faster. Stronger. On my move.
Okay. 2-star chamber 2 is not bad. We're gonna keep going. Although official is dead. That's the problem. I do think my first half team is probably the weakest link in this whole thing. I'm missing Lanyan so much. Oh my god. The time for reckoning has come. Yeah, I know what this fight is. I know what this one is at the very least.
Quick as a flash. Let's pyroclastic surge. Justice will prevail. Stop right there. Heads up. Hi. Yeah. Headbutt. Charge. Yeah. Faster. Stronger. Final warning. Full throttle. On my wrath from the sky! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Headbutt! Charge! Quick as a flash! Light it up! Let's move! Light of the blazing sun! Hands where I can see 'em! Drop your weapons! Yeah! Yeah!
That one
Step
first back.
aside. Burn it down. Start the wrath from the sky. Justice will prevail. Boost. Heads up. Hero incoming. Yeah. Hi.
Wow. Honestly, not 2 stars, but 3 stars on chamber 1 and then 2 stars on the second ones is honestly really good. For me, who's never made it to the bottom of the spiral abyss. I have not made it to the bottom of the spiral abyss before, and I just did it. You can see that I have not fought that thing yet. Wow. Honestly, did not expect to do that. Clear floor 12 of the spiral abyss. Wow. Honestly, that was better than I expected it to be. First half is honestly probably the liability. I do think first half, I think second half is probably good. I think second half is probably good. Obviously, there's the plunging attack. There is the plunging attack. Obviously, that is obviously a big thing. But still, I do think the first half is probably honestly the weakest part. Like second half was really good. And honestly, chamber 1 was fine. It was the later chambers that I think I just have to, I think I'd have to make it through chamber 1 without anybody dying. Because Fischl died, I just had way less damage in the second part, in the other parts of the thing. So I do think that Fischl staying alive is probably better. But like, I think that if during this time I could get down Abyss runs, like get down the first half on everything, I could probably 36 star this Abyss if I, did it well enough. I might work on that after I finish editing this video, which will take a while. It seems really doable. It seems like it's in the grasp, right? Like I think a better Kazuha build will help on this half, and then maybe Auroron instead of Fischl because Auroron will boost damage. And maybe he'll be a little more tanky and not die as much. Honestly, Chamber 2 was fine. I think it's just because I didn't have the extra damage from Fischl that it caused me to take too long. And then Chamber 3 was also not great. The Emperor was the problem. He kept knocking me out of my charged attack as Nouvelette. So that sucks. That's my biggest like lane in go instead over Kazuha is because Lanyan has a shield, so I don't get interrupted as much. But like, I think if I could nail these down, I could probably 36 star this Abyss. Well, that's the Varesa building video, honestly. I don't think there's anything else for me to do. Like, I do think Chevreuse is definitely going to go up. I think level 90 Chevreuse is probably the smartest decision out of any of these characters. Maybe even this one to maybe even Iansan to get, you know, more attack for more for more buffing. But like so far for level 80, they did crazy well in the abyss. Even then, I'm super happy with how this team turned out. You know, for the labor of like more closer to 2 days than, you know, 3 days, because I didn't do anything with it yesterday. Like yesterday was literally just nothing. This is honestly not that bad. It's actually really good. And obviously there's room to experiment too. Like now that I've Chevreuse built, I can do more overload shenanigans, especially. That's really, I do think building Chevreuse was just a good idea. I want to build, this makes me want to build Gaming because like Gaming is a plunge DPS. Obviously I want to build Auroron too. Auroron will probably get his own weekly recap in maybe next week. I don't think next week because I'm running low on resources for building characters. Like Mora and books, I'm running low on them, so I need to get more. Oh, I can use this. What do we get? Okay, that's something at least. And then just some fodder in this one. So yeah, that's Varesa. Varesa got me my first floor 12 clear, not 36 star, but the first clearing of floor 12. Because now, like I think the biggest thing holding me back was not having a second team that I enjoyed playing. And I really like playing this Varesa team. This Varesa team is so much fun. And so yeah, I think these are our two teams we're gonna work on improving. You know, 90ing everybody. I think I honestly might switch Lanyon out for Kazuha just because I think Kazuha is probably going to be a little bit better in the long run for Abyss specifically. I do think Lanyon is probably better for Overworld, but I think putting Auroron here, like I want to put Auroron here and probably Kazuha here for this team. I think that'd make it really, I think that'd be the best setup for it. And then obviously this team is how it is. I don't think this team is going to change very much. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know how long this video is going to turn out. This recording of just Spiral Abyss, that's all I did, was 30 minutes. And I have 8 separate recording files for this video that I need to edit down. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, this was fun. It's going out Monday, the 7th of April. Uh, it is currently the 2nd of April. So there's still 5 days to go until this video goes out. But yeah, I gotta get to editing this. I'm probably not gonna work on it today or tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow, but tomorrow I have to edit weekly recap. So like I have a lot of stuff to do. I've been recording so much this week. It is crazy. Like I recorded, if you wanna, you can leave now. I'm gonna rant about how much I've been recording for like
Strength
2
is
minutes.
one of those things where you
And then
gotta
we'll
use it
move on and then I'll leave. So basically I recorded the wrestling video Sunday night at like 10 p.m. right? And then the next day I recorded weekly recap, and then I spent a couple hours recording the very beginning of this video, like boss materials, a little bit of weapon leveling and Iansan talents, I think, and then and then some artifacts and everything. And then the next day I had to do weekly recap again, obviously, and then I also had to do the event video, which took an hour and a half. And then today I had to record weekly recap, and then for the past 2 hours I've been recording for the rest of this video. So it has been a lot of recording in the span of 3 days, which is way more than I usually do. Right? Typically, I'll record Sunday, and then I'll record just weekly recap on Monday, and then I'll record weekly recap on Tuesday, and the video for Wednesday on Tuesday, and then I just record weekly recap, and then on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I record weekly recap, and then I edit the first 4 weekly recaps, and then on Friday I record weekly recap, edit the final section, and upload the video. You know, that's typically the cycle it goes through. But like I've been recording so much and I have so much to go through. It'll probably take a little bit, but luckily since I'm finishing on Wednesday, I've like a whole week to worry about it, so it's not that bad. Anyway, if you listen to my rant, thank you. You're a real one. I'll see you Wednesday. Might be theater because theater just reset, so we might do theater. So yeah, that might be Wednesday unless something happens. Obviously I don't know. I'm a week behind. Like I'm a week. Wednesday is a week away for me, so I don't know if anything's happening or not. It might be theater though. So anyway, thanks for watching. Varesa is good and fun.